alert here in South Park.
Vegans. Smug alert, Colorado. I'm a vegan. Oh God, here we go again, right? Yes, and y'all will now criticize me for being way too woke about my meat-free, cruelty-free, highly sustainable, and highly ethical diet. Like I'm trying to rub it into all your faces. I would ask, though,
What makes Longhorn steak so legendary? Some say it's our flavor-packed signature seasonings. Some say it's how we pair them with our juicy, tender steaks. And some just say,
no, that's not what I would ask. I would ask, why are vegans, not all, just some vegans, so preachy? It's not only because of global warming. I will tell you why. Because we had a coming to God in order to resist all those meaty temptations lining every thoroughfare in the U.S., especially in my home state, Texas, a red meat state. And I love cheese too, so that amplifies my dietary challenges tenfold. Most people would never consider such a blood sacrifice possible, but we've made it more or less. And shame on you, meat eaters. Not all of you, just some of you, for calling us out. Not only are we resisting primal carnivorous urges, but we also got to put up with your constant abuse as you tauntingly chew on that beef jerky or brisket. Admit it. The moment some of you heard that I'm a vegan, you wanted to hand stuff me like a goose, foie gras style. Stuff that bloody steak down, you vegan piece of shiitake. Back when I wasn't happily retired, I was forced to go to Friday morning meetings that had free breakfasts included. You know, for staff morale. However, about 80% of those breakfasts had nothing to offer me but donuts or cupcakes. Then my compassionate colleagues would walk by grinning while flaunting their kolaches or chorizo breakfast tacos.
Where's the beef?
They always wondered why I never wanted to go to happy hour with them. I used to imagine them hooked up to life support after a major coronary event. But the best and worst was yet to come. Lisa, a friend I hadn't seen in 25 years, friended me on Facebook, invited me out for dinner with two coworkers I barely knew from that time period, Chad and Rick. I agreed to go despite their frat boy names and what they implied. It turned out to be an extremely fancy Italian place, people wearing evening gowns and suits. I had no clue and showed up in jeans and a t-shirt just like now. Lisa showed up wearing a fox stole. This dead fox was hanging limply over her bare shoulder, squinting at me through its hollowed-out eye sockets. Lisa gave them a short update that I was a professor and a vegan. Swoop, swoop, strike 1 and 2 right off the bat. Chad and Rick quickly became thick as thieves because of me, the vegan interloper. I don't know what I did to threaten them, but something about a plant-nibbling herbivore really incited violence in those two carnivores. Did they see me as prey? Did they really believe there was a remote possibility of me suddenly snatching their precious meat away? So they defended their plates like they would the Second Amendment, by being offensive. In the following dialogue, I will both call them Chadrick, and they will have a Texas accent. So what would you do if we ordered the biggest freaking steak here, the 24-ounce one? Chadrick picked up a toothpick and started picking his teeth with it. I just sit here and eat my food. How about an extra bloody one? Sit here and eat my food. Well, their giant platters came, and their steaks were massive and soaking in puddles of reddish-brown blood. They made sure I wouldn't dare snatch up their bloody slabs. I decided I badly needed to go to the bathroom. As I was standing outside the bathroom ready to flee from my plant-based life, Lisa showed up with her dead fox to lure me back to the table. She sensed something was wrong, and boy was it. A few minutes later, a charming little Chadrick conversation buzzed across my ear. So how long ago did you have cardiac arrest? Have you fully recovered yet? Oh, about a year ago. You see me eating steak, don't you?
It's recording.
I go about my vegan business low-key now and don't post meals on Facebook because I've been eviscerated and then unfriended for unintentionally trolling people's sacred meaty lifestyles. I tell people that I'm vegan for practical reasons, but I never say why unless someone asks me. Even then, I keep it down to a simple list of reasons. However, lurking behind my docile plant-based expression There's a tiny part of me that smiles when I imagine someone like Chadwick hooked up to some tubes after major cardiac arrest. Maybe that's why some meat eaters feel threatened. You see your death in my herbivore eyes.
Is this a dead man, Doctor? Very dead, Mr. Spock.
Here's a little bonus track for you, if you don't believe me.
I'm not a vegan. I'm going to eat some meat somewhere. Yeah, if you want to save the planet, kill yourself and one less